Norbert, thank you very much for your presentation. Please join me here on our couches. The green one is all yours. Yes, perfect. Thank you. And of course, we still have some other seats here available, so I would like to welcome our next guests for the panel discussion. Please give a big round of applause to Harm Harmsen, Managing Director at WM Automaterialen from the Netherlands. Welcome. Also, Juha Seppele, Development Director of the Urban Group and CEO of Diagno Finland. And last but not least, hello to you. Yellow suits you. Perfect. Markus Hähner, you're also here with us for the talk. Thank you. Really interesting presentation. So far, Norbert, I think we have now an overview on RepDate. What is it all about? But my first question now would actually go to the two gentlemen in the middle, to you, Harm, and to you, Juha. Why do independent workshops need such a solution? Maybe you can start.
Yeah, of course, there are two solutions. The RepData, how to connect the customer, the end customer, to the workshop, as well as the other part, which is the telematic of the vehicle. But if I answer for the first one, it's definitely so that nowadays people do want to make online bookings. So even though you are owning the car or you're just driving the car, but you have to have a possibility to do that. And I think that's something where we are still a little bit behind of the OEs at the independent aftermarket.
What do you think? Why? Is it
I think that digital communication is very important and actually for many people normal. In many branches you communicate on a digital way. When you look at the younger people, they don't call each other anymore. Yesterday I spoke with a lot of interested people, and I had an example. When my wife wants an appointment by the hairdresser, she makes it online. She chooses her favorite hairdresser, she chooses her day, and she books online. The younger people who are the future car drivers, grow up with everything online. As example, my daughter does everything online. When she wants to contact someone, she does it online. When I say to her, okay, that thing calls a phone, you can also phone your girlfriends or your hairdresser or something. Then she's a little bit quiet. She looks at me and she thinks in her head, you silly old man. that younger people don't do that anymore. So digital communication and digital information about cars is very, very important for the future of the workshops.
That's a good point also with the hairdressers. You can not only book the appointment, but you can also say, oh, I want to cut my hair, I want to color it, and you see the price. Yeah. And it's just comfortable, right? Then you maybe see, they are not open on Wednesdays, maybe I go somewhere else or whatever. So it's just, if you're speaking on the phone, I totally agree, would be a good idea, but it's kind of old school for some people, and especially for new generation, as you mentioned.
Yeah, I think in the Netherlands it's very, very common to book online. A lot of workshops have that opportunity for their customers to book 24/7 their services and to choose their services, and they see the price behind it and can make their appointments.
And what kind of advantages do you see for yourself as distributors then? Maybe you are?
Yeah, of course. We see the fleets, like we heard there are different kind of owners for the cars in the future already now. And when we want to offer our services as a workshop chain, as a whole workshop chain, then we need that kind of solution. So that's of course important for us as well.
Maybe sometimes it's also good in that case, if I think about it, like digital communication, I can actually find something I wasn't looking for. Because I don't have to phone someone who's already in my address book, but I can go online and see, oh, the next workshop is here, and I can book an appointment. That's pretty easy, and it's comfortable, and it's fast. So is RepDate also of interest to other customer groups then, Norbert?
Yeah, absolutely. As I said, RepDate is a little bit drawn to the needs of fleets, of a fleet manager, to make it as easy as possible to cooperate with independent workshops. I often say it's like the digital key to independent workshops, the common digital key. Absolutely. So when you manage a fleet, it's independently if you're a craftsman with 3-4 transits or having a big fleet with thousands and thousands of cars, the challenge is always the same. How can I manage the fleet, and how to increase the productivity of each specific car? Because having a car of a workshop is simply doesn't earn money, that car, in the time.
Mm-hmm. So fleet managers is a good point. Markus, what about, for example, leasing companies? Would that also be a good idea?
Our idea is, in the first step, really to contact the big accounts. That means leasing companies, fleet companies, and here is once more a very important topic to mention. I've recently or earlier spoken about the idea of Global One to do a lot of things in favor of the entire entire independent aftermarket, and also here this is the case. So it's a huge investment for our ITG to be part of RepDate, and we are next to our concurrents, if I can say it like this, like ATR and Karat in this case, and we are looking forward to invite other distributors or ITGs or NTGs to join this initiative, because it's mandatory. So it's the right momentum to join this RepDate initiative due to the fact that is now the right time. And if we are not doing this kind of step right now, we will be maybe lost, or other companies from outside of our market is going to take these kind of opportunities, like an Amazon, like a Google. And therefore, once more, we have really to think about our common idea of the independent aftermarket. So we have to step out of our box just to think about the concurrents next to me. And therefore, for us, it was mandatory to join this RepDate solution idea. And it's the right way, and we are really pushy together with our colleagues and also the supplier industry, which has initiated this initiative. We are going hopefully forward, and now we are going to onboard both sides, workshops and customers like the fleets or even leasing companies.
So if I understand that correctly, RepDate is not a solution for just a few market players, right? We have to think bigger. No, but maybe you can.
Yeah, absolutely. From my point of view, it's very simple. We can do that, or the OEM will do that alone. Yeah, so that means we have to have an answer in the market, and I think the challenge is so big that a cooperation is the better way than to do it alone.
If it's an industry solution, yeah? Are you still looking for additional participants?
Absolutely, absolutely. So every member of our industry is welcome to join RepDate. And the more members we have, the more powerful the system is.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
And what are the most important factors for workshops to prepare for the age of in-vehicle data? What do you think? This may be a question to, yeah.
The most important factor is an open mind, and to see that it's important to be part of it, to not come too far behind, to be on place. What you say, that we don't, the independent market doesn't get too many steps behind. So they have to be open-minded and have to perhaps invest in that kind of systems to be prepared for the future.
Are there already examples within the automotive market that access the in-vehicle data? And can we say these are trend-setting, maybe?
Yeah, the OEs are doing that already, so we have to do something. So that's, I think the telematics is the key, and Caruso has done great job making researches and field tests. So I think they are quite much ahead on the market.
I think that's an important topic to mention also, that we are not talking just in brackets about a booking platform.
Yeah.
It's going beyond. So really, the final solution should be the transfer of the telematic data, so that we can be also in the position from the independent aftermarket garages to have a pre-information that the brakes are going to fail, that the oil has to be changed, and so on, and that the independent garage has the possibility really to contact by itself directly the car driver, and not through an OES garage.
I think this is a really important point you just mentioned, because there's much more potential, right? It's not only I'm booking an appointment because I have to, that from the other side, there's much more where you can communicate with the customer and also make sure the customer stays with you. This is also, I think, really on the plus side if we're talking about RepDate. Though I think we can agree totally that we've already reached a digital era. We've got a lot of people that are booking stuff online in every department. Mm-hmm. So basically, we need that kind of tool to really make the customer feel comfortable while booking, contacting. Is there anything in specific, Norbert, maybe if you say you're still looking for a new participants, that you say, these are the main factors that why we can't actually live without RepDate?
Yeah, as I said, the OEM is in preparation or sometimes live to use exactly the connected data to gain back market shares. So, OEMs have recognized that their after-sales volume is under pressure. The more electric cars they're producing, the more the after-sales business is under pressure. And they want to fight against that. They have to use new opportunities. And one is, so why not trying to get customer which I've lost in the past, getting back in my OEM workshop? That means at the end of the day, it's a question is, do I have just an offer on my interface in the car from an OEM, or do I have the choice because I have more than one offer? And this is the situation we have to work on and we have to reach quickly.
That's a good point.
Yeah.
Everybody wants to have more than one offer, right?
Yeah. Give the customer the choice. That's the thing. No?
And I think it's a good thing that we're having an international perspective here. Maybe the two of you can say that it's not only in Germany that we think, oh yeah, okay, great, we need that for communication, but it's also within your countries and also the whole of Europe, that it's a new digital tool that is really here to stay.
Maybe I can step in. I think those guys from the Netherlands and from especially Finland are far ahead of the German community if we talk about digitalization and all these kind of things. And it's a quite interesting question, and would like to hear what the UA and Harm can say to this.
Yeah, so I have to say that we really are looking forward to have something like that, and we have to be fast, and we have to offer that kind of solution for our workshops, and for the customer of our workshops, and okay, we get data not enough for all the cars currently, but like we heard, it's quite near, and we have to start somewhere. So now it's the perfect time.
Yeah, it definitely is.
I think there are a lot of examples from software solutions who are using the power of data in a very clever way. As example, we have a service provider who uses data. You use the data from your customer. Small things as reminders for MOT, small things as birthday reminders. So customer connective. You can use the data, but first you have to have the data from the customer, and then you can use it in many ways. And I think that's very important for independent workshops to not lose their customers on the OA channel who's far away with that kind of solutions. In many cars at this moment you get a call, okay, you need service, and your navigation system brings you to the nearest OA dealer, and there you have to go between, and then you can use the power of data.
Yeah, right. Like you said, you have to get in the step in between, so you have to be fast, and so you have a chance to compete. Because as we agreed, it's great to have more than just one offer. I think everybody will agree on that. To wrap this up, I would like to give each and every one of you the opportunity to say a few words or to add something you think is really important in terms of that. Maybe, Markus, you would like to start.
Yeah, for those guys who are sitting here and still not participating within RepDate, the RepDate idea, please feel invited to contact, in this case, Norbert, or even Jürgen Buchert, or even to our channel, and inform yourself about the very big importance that this kind of initiative from our market, and once more, it's our market who has created RepDate. We are now the ones who can make this initiative successful. And therefore, I really invite you to join and support this initiative.
Yeah, I think it's important for the industry and also for the workshops that they have an open mind, that it's not completely new what we are doing, that it's already in the market, and that it's very important that we speed up and come on, at the same level as the usual systems that are already there. Be in context, so open mind and not thinking, okay, it will last and it is not that important. Then, as I mentioned, a lot of people want to be easy. They want an easy way to do things, and when you do it right, you can use the power of data.
Yeah, I think. We have to do it rather sooner than later, and it's a good idea to do it together. So you don't have to develop that in Finland for Finnish needs, because there are plenty of guys and plenty of people who are in the same position, and we are happy that we have one ready solution already in the market, and which is also future proof. So it's already connected to the vehicles, and they already know and have the data what you can have and what you can have in the future. So.
That's also a good point, that you are not alone, that you don't have to come up with a solution just for yourself, but to connect and to network. So together is the key word here. So you've got the last word, Norbert.
Oh, thank you. So totally agree with all what you said, guys, but just one addendum. Prepare your workshops to be digitalized. So when the digitalization stops at the door of the workshop, it will not fly. Yeah, and honestly, when we take a look on how a workshop is working internally, this is far away from digitalization.